That's all I have to say. I think, in terms of updating, there's just so much to say today. I'm getting completely lost in my own words, like 99% of the time. So I apologize. It's been a bit crazy. There's been a lot of fun. And there's been a lot of love. You guys have been pretty. You guys have been pretty flippin' awesome today. So do appreciate it, guys. Again, I pushed to 300 subs. It seems alive. Day one's been good. We're like up 20 subs. We're actually up 26 subs today. Do you think that's an all-time single-day sub record for us here on the stream? Like, I think like 20 to 25 was our most before, so pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Anyways, let's introduce our players. To the bottom right-hand side, our blue Terran from Team Liquid is uThermal. We need to introduce these because we do have proxies on the map. As we have to the upper left-hand side, our red Terran player from Storm Gaming, it's GuMiho. Proxy, 2 Rax Reaper against Proxy, 2 Rax Reaper. Both players build their Raxes in pretty much the exact same location. And so we have mirrored builds in the mirror matchup, but mirrored builds that can very quickly get very weird with the way this is going. Now, uThermal is a little bit more all-in with his Raxes. He cut workers a little bit earlier. He does not have an orbital, something which we might see out of GuMiho more expectedly because he just has those couple of extra SCVs. As uThermal, he's obviously going to go for the third Rax here. Now, how much will that actually have an impact? I'm not sure if it's going to be too much, because I just think overall in a game like this, having the orbital will just be a little bit better. And we'll just go a little bit further. As you see, this second Rax going to be finishing up here. So it's going to finish up, and Reaper going to be on its way out. So 2 Reapers on its way. On for uThermal, 2 Reapers on his way as well. As he comes up, he will be the first to see that it is just going to be Proxy against Proxy. GuMiho only a second or two later in that scout. And you start to see this very crazy situation as, well, SCV and Reaper combined will start a fight, and SCV will get poked away at there. So you're going to see uThermal also going to fight the Reaper of GuMiho, and now Micro on 2 sides of the map. Is, again, it's kind of important to just make sure you try and keep on mind uThermal keeping his workers on gas, but he needs a few more workers on minerals. Again, the lack of a mule might just hurt him in terms of continued production that's necessary for him to be able to well, be able to afford enough Reapers to kind of be in the same position as GuMiho is. Denying a little bit more gas being returned right there, as we are going to see uThermal maybe losing out on his own SCVs very, very rapidly right now. The army supplies are similar, but uThermal has 1 more Reaper in production, and that could be the game changer here in the long run. And this Reaper is so low. GuMiho doesn't have enough gas to start another Reaper, so is it going to be exactly even? 4 Reapers against 4 Reapers? GuMiho can make Marines, and I think the ability to make Marines here, because he just had them, they don't lose Reapers, and they micro correctly and kill each other's SCVs. GuMiho just has an extra orbital, and he doesn't necessarily, he just has an orbital. He has the mule, and that makes up for the extra unit or so that you might miss out from. Like, the third Rax doesn't go a long way for uThermal in that situation. Game 2, and we are not going to see SCVs crossing the map right away, as we do have the red Terran to the top right from Storm Gaming. It's GuMiho. And to the bottom left, our blue Terran player from Team Liquid, it's uThermal. So yeah, hopefully that helps explain it, guys. Just again, GuMiho's going to have as many Reapers and Marines, and he has an orbital, so you can lift up, drop mules, and basically uThermal has to take a fight into extra units, and generally you're not going to win that fight in a mirror matchup with less units fighting into generally the defensive setup of GuMiho as well. It's just probably not going to happen, and so he types out. He doesn't want to mess around. He doesn't want to waste time. uThermal's one of these players, if he feels as though that's going to be it, he will tap out, even in online cups, etc., where obviously there's some, money on the line. He just doesn't feel as though he's, he doesn't feel as though it's so necessary to keep on trying. He's just rather get into the new game, start fresh, and go from there. What's up, Peanut Butter Jesus? Thank you for the cheer 20 in the chat. Thank you very much, do appreciate it. As we come across and see what's going to happen. He didn't know that GuMiho had money. I mean, you don't know, but of course, again, to the rough extent, he does know, because obviously there's mules available. He knows GuMiho will have been mining more, and so again, I think it's fair to assume that there's going to be more units for GuMiho. because uThermal's probably played this situation before, so he probably has a very good read on what GuMiho has and what, you know, he doesn't. I mean, it's hard to know exactly maybe what he actually tapped out because of. I do feel it's probably just because of orbital versus no orbitals, so. He did have an orbital? Oh, I didn't know. In that case, it makes it a bit weirder for me that he did tap out, so. Yeah. Interesting. Anyways, we're going to see a little bit of a fight here as uThermal backs away. Does actually sit in the grenade there for a moment, which makes this a little bit awkward for his Reaper. Gets a second Reaper out. A little bit back and forth. He just can't engage with that initial Reaper because he took that one extra shot. So that's kind of painful as a couple of SCVs go down. Reapers will get rid of this one scout and SCV of GuMiho. uThermal opting, well, he scouted already, and he did delay this siege GuMiho? What's he done? He didn't lose 2 workers, he just stopped building his CC for some reason, so small mistake there as uThermal coming across the map to see what's gonna happen. Just a couple of Reapers just sat in the center. I'm just gonna be seeing the supply depot finishing up on this top side. Dark Ones gifts a $5 sub to Penguin. What's up, Penguin? How you doing? You get a Christmas decoration on the tree, Penguin. Let me know which color you want. There's pink, glittery pink, purple, green, normal green, glittery silver as well, shiny green, and then there's like a normally silver one too. So let me know what you want. We'll whack you up on the tree. Thanks for being gifted a sub, and thank you Dark Ones for gifting the subscription to Penguin. 1 sub away from an announcer pack giveaway during this stream as well. As you do see the little bit of a fight starting. You're going to see that Reaper getting picked off. uThermal just getting to be the aggressor, but not in so great a situation as Hellion being a little bit slowed down by the Reaper. Wants to get away. Reaper will go down. uThermal pull on retreating. He has a Cyclone on the way to help him defend, and that will be a big part of this as we do see those couple of Hellions and Reapers coming across. And ooh, nice connection there initially from uThermal. Then he goes off onto a shot onto the Reaper. SCV is pulling in to help defend. He's very close to killing off one of those Hellions. He gets it. And the continued fight, I mean, it gets very low. How many more workers is uThermal going to lose before the Cyclone arrives, though? It's getting pretty close. I think he's okay. He doesn't lose too much more, and the Cyclone will end up killing the majority of this if he puts it in the right position. He shouldn't really let them get away through the top side. At least the Hellion goes down. Okay, I mean, going on in the game, the Reapers don't do as much as like a Hellion or so would, so I mean, they can still be annoying, but on a map like Blackpink, there is no Reaper cliff, so if there's ever a map to let a couple of Reapers get away on, it probably is Blackpink, so GuMiho just going to use these to take the watchtowers for now. And uThermal, a couple workers down, but not out, and well, a stim pack upgrade starts, a +1 attack upgrade too. And uThermal just building into units. He has double Cyclone from GuMiho at the moment. He's already got a 3rd CC. It's obviously a big difference in terms of the production setup. uThermal going into 3 racks right away. And in the meantime, GuMiho, obviously with the free CC, it's just going to be looking for the eco game. So uThermal will have to try and hit a timing with his kind of racks advantage and his stim advantage to try and take the lead and to try and do something to slow GuMiho down. A lot of Cyclones pushing across. I wonder if GuMiho can just end this game right here. I mean, a bunker finishes, but against this many Cyclones, it's going to be very, very difficult to actually make happen as we get set up into this here. And we've seen all those units arrive, and there's a Raven as well, right? I mean, it's got the energy for pretty much whatever it wants to do. It's just going to put down the repair drone to keep the Viking and the Cyclones alive, or somewhere he can pull back to. He comes forwards, and wow, the Siege Tank's actually doing a lot. The Siege Tank's doing a huge amount. Interference Matrix thrown down from the Raven as well. That's huge, because now the tank can't fire, and it's a lot of uThermal's damage output. 7 SCVs lost so far as uThermal. I mean, again, he's down an entire base, so losing out on those SCVs is a big loss. GG. GuMiho will take the 2-0 lead, and the 2